Hey, Paul Zeise back with you on the Sports Call. Got a lot of tweets. I want to rattle them off real quickly. Ron Matthews on Twitter at KDPump at Paul Zeise says, I agree with Paul. If that 19-year-old kid didn't want to fight Ovechkin, he shouldn't have. Nobody forced him to pick a fight there. We also have Kevin Hammer who says Sullivan is fine, no problem there. Seth Wilson says, Bob, the older bull will always fight when challenged. The younger bulls should not be that stupid, basically. And then BGRO825 on Twitter says, unfortunately, 2 more years of watching Letang. Well, Letang, again, Paul, he had a really good regular season.
I thought he did. I thought he had a great season.
This, however, was just unacceptable given the amount of turnovers. Started with game 1, and that was a killer 1-on-3 that resulted in a 2-on-1 the other way.
I often say about Chris Letang is he falls into that category of $1 million talent, 10-cent head. That's really what it comes down to.
When it goes bad.
He makes so many bad decisions. You know, Malkin is another guy. He makes so many bad decisions and does dumb things. They're both so good and talented, but.
Well, I think they think their talent is so good they can get away with those things. And you cannot. Not in this league, not the way it is right now. Wayne in reserve. Hey, Wayne, how you doing?
How you guys doing tonight?
What's up?
Just a few comments. You know, between Kessel, Crosby, and Malkin, you know, Malkin's trying to do the fancy crap passes going across, and nobody was falling for him. And next year, if we can do next year, I want you to announce the Penguin games because I'm tired of the stats.
Well, first of all, I appreciate your comment, but I also know that Steve Mears does a wonderful job. He doesn't miss much. He and Bob together are terrific. And I think Josh Getzoff, when he has to, be there for Mike Lang, who, by the way, Mike, I hope you're watching. We've been praying for you. I know that you're on the mend, which is great. So, and Bork is an outstanding analyst too. All right. Anyway, let's go off to Mike in Franklin. Mike, go ahead, real quick, please.
Hi, long first time caller. I enjoy your show.
Thanks.
And even Sunday nights. But just 2 things to make a comment on. Just wondering, the defense has always really let people down this year. But I was just wondering with goaltender Murray, easy to pick on him, but has the league figured him out? They seem to be able to beat him on the glove side and up high. And number 2, with him losing a lot of games, that maybe it's in his head now. And that's something that maybe people need to look at. And I'll hang up now and let you folks call.
I don't think it's in his head. I mean, I think wasn't his glove side always his issue? I mean, that's really
it's gotten somewhat better, but
right.
it's
still the same thing,
League figures out. They always
today.
do.
I mean, they had an empty netter today, and then the other 2 goals. I don't know that he should stop. I mean, they would have both been spectacular saves.
Yeah, I thought the centering pass to Brock Nelson maybe, but I mean the one that it was a 2-on-1 again. And yes, every now and then the goalie has to, and he did. He bailed him out several times, but that shot was a great shot. I don't think people realize how good of a player Jordan Eberle is. His goals were snipe goals, like the other day when you saw the one at the top corner.
Yeah.
We compliment Crosby for when he does it.
Right.
And now people are ripping on Murray, and he had this much space, and he put it in there.
I don't think that the league has quote unquote figured Murray out. I just think he's got a couple of flaws, and you know what? All these guys study so much film, you kind of know where you're shooting depending on who you're shooting at.
Let's get Pete in Squirrel Hill. Pete, go ahead fast, please.
Hey, guys, how are you tonight?
What's up?
About the Penguins series, Bob, this was a bad matchup from the get-go because of all the teams in hockey, Bobby. Nobody plays as hard without the puck as the Islanders.
Yep.
And it comes down to the guys on the ice. The coaching staff has taken a lot of heat. It is always about the players. That's the bottom line.
Thank you, Pete. Paul, the one thing I agree with him, at the time we thought, oh, man, the Penguins didn't have to go to Washington. That was a great break. They have the Islanders. Well, be careful what you wish for. This team is going to be a problem for anybody they face.
Again, the thing about the Islanders and even Tampa, and, they would probably try and go up and down the ice with the Penguins, and that's how the Penguins want to play.
Right.
They don't want to play this style. I mean, you remember Ottawa, 2 years ago, or almost beat them. I mean, they almost didn't win the Stanley Cup because Ottawa, which is a little different, but it's the same concept in so many ways.
As it was the Rangers 3 years ago. We got to take a break.
Right.
We'll be right back.